All right, so Standard Insure has continued to help South Africans protect what matters to them most. And this time we're taking a look at policies and claims that come with having insurance.
Now, over the past few weeks, we have had the lovely and informative Dr. Nwandile Mbalo, the head of Standard Insurance Limited, in studio to help us unpack the critical issue of insurance. Now, it can be very confusing and, much like the fine print, something many of us never fully understand. But don't worry, help is on hand this morning. Nwandile, thank you very much for joining us once again this morning. I think this morning, let's unpack premiums here for a second and understanding premiums. How does it actually work?
That's one of the customers' pain point. It's interesting you're asking the questions around premium, because what we actually rate you on, you're paying a premium for the assets that you're insuring. You're also paying for the cost of replacement, the projected cost of replacement in the future, and taking into account as well as inflation, the cost of those of items that you'll actually insure. So from a consumer point of view, we'll also take into account your claims history, whether you've had previous claims, the extent of those claims, or the severity of those claims into account. So it is a combination of the factors, your item, your history, but also the cost of replacement of that item, put simply.
Right. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky when it comes to that all-important claims time, when many people might discover that they're actually not covered as opposed to what they thought they were covered for, despite paying a premium. So what would you say is the most important point there?
It is important for you to understand at point of policy inception that you understand what you're buying, what you're getting from the insurer, and more importantly, the value that it actually brings in terms of mitigating the risk that you're actually looking at. I think from a consumer point of view, we take it for granted that someone explained and we shut those documents down and we never look back at actually what am I covered for. And at claim stage, insurers is about trust. So the relationship that we've built with you is that we will place you in the same position as you were before. We want to actually deliver on that. So it's important also and onerous on the insurer to understand from the insured that they understand what they're covered for, so that at claim stage, we don't seek to underwrite you again and seek to understand what your policy should
Do you
entail.
find that it happens a lot, that people just don't pay attention? Because if you take a look at signing up for insurance, I mean, it's very easy. You can do it over the phone. It's right there, and documents get emailed to you. Do you find that a lot of people kind of skip it away? I mean, we know that it's important, and I know that the documents are there, but do people generally just kind of forgo reading the entire documents?
I don't think it's actually a deliberate intent. I think there's certain assumptions made at the point of purchase that you understood what it is that you actually covered for. I think people need to actually become very familiar with what they're signing on. From a consumer point of view, maintenance as well as insurable perils are two different things, and you don't understand that up until you're actually faced with a claim. So I don't think it's a deliberate intent, and that's why in our industry, in the insurance, you've got access to a number of avenues that can help you more informed. Go to your underwriter, your insurer. Go speak to your broker. Call the insurer to actually understand what it is that I'm covered for.
Now I need to know this as well, because we've established that insurance, it is important, and is, especially when it comes to protecting what matters to us most, like the house, like the car, the big things. But would you say that it is wise to keep all of your assets and your portfolio under one insurance umbrella? And if you're going to be doing that, what should you be focusing on, or what should you deem as important?
It is important, obviously, to have the same insurer actually looking after all of your assets. You stand a better chance of negotiation in terms of your premiums as well, because they've got your whole portfolio. They're not looking at an isolated case. So it's important to ensure that you've got your house, you've got your contents, your home, and all specified items under one insurer. That gives you a position of strength, actually gives you a point of advantage from a negotiation point of view with your insurer. And they have your profile. They understand the person that you are.
That's the thing, And I mean, there once again, if you take a look at the economic climate and how expensive things are, there's definitely a way or a reason why you should do that, because you can save some money at the end.
Exactly, certainly.
Perfect. Nwandile, thank you very much for joining us once again this morning. Brilliant topic, all about insurance, but it really feels like we are getting somewhere, and the mist is lifting on the often murky aspect of our lives. Now, once again, a big thank you to Standard Insurance Limited for helping us protect what matters to us most.
Protect your next with Standard Insurance Limited. Get up to 20% cash back on your premiums. SMS Expresso to 31492 for a quote.